Hey everyone, I'm Tanya J. Peterson with the Mental Health for the Digital Generation blog on HealthyPlace.com. In the blog post that goes with this video, I explored how a lot of times we are our own worst enemy and how we actually often tend to engage in self-bullying and kind of why that happens, and then some tips for how to befriend yourself and how to look inside instead of outside for your own approval and for your own happiness. But here's the thing. It's not always easy to do, especially, well, don't get me wrong. First, let me go back. It's not easy to do, but it is possible to befriend yourself. And even if you don't feel like it, you are worth it. So check that out for some tips. But here's the truth. It is difficult to do, especially if there are other things that are getting in the way of your ability to be your own friend. There's a lot of different things that can interfere, but some of the big ones that make it really hard to do that, to befriend yourself, to believe in yourself, to look inside instead of outside for that approval. Things like experiencing abuse or mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, eating disorders, ADHD, borderline personality disorder, the list goes on and on. Any mental health challenge. And again, anything external like abuse, whether it's from an adult, from a friend, or from a romantic partner. There can be lots and lots of different types of toxic relationships, and all of this stuff can really change the way your mind interprets yourself, the way your mind interprets the world. It's a legitimate thing. It can become really, really hard to trust yourself, to like yourself, when you've got things going on that interfere in your relationship with yourself. So when that happens, those tips that I wrote about, they still apply, but they can be a lot harder to do because you've got somebody from the outside that's being toxic and messing with your perception. It could be something like gaslighting or just more directly belittling you. It could be that mental health disorder that causes extreme self-doubt. When that is happening, sometimes it is good to look to external people and external systems for some support so you can get that internal approval. That's not the same thing as people pleasing or looking to others or seeking support outside of yourself, seeking approval outside of yourself. It's getting that support. Help through these difficulties. Abuse, depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder. Again, the list does not stop there. But it is okay to seek some support outside of yourself through these challenges. In fact, a lot of times, because of the way these things interfere with your relationship with yourself and your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, it's essential to get outside support. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong. It means you are starting to stand up and say, hey, enough. I may not feel like a friend to myself, but I'm going to do something that is kind to myself, and I'm going to seek some support. That could be talking to a trusted friend or teacher or faith leader or coach. Just reaching out saying, hey, I'm struggling. And they may not have the answers, but they may be able to help you connect to resources or just listen as you process some stuff and kind of be validating towards, oh, hey, you know what, that relationship that you're in, that really doesn't sound right. Let's talk about some ways to deal with that. Or, wow, you're really, really, really being hard on yourself. This depression is kind of interfering. And how you're feeling about yourself, let's see if we can work through this together. So again, they may not have answers, but they could just be a listening support, or they might know some resources to connect you to. There's counseling services available through schools, through your community, and if you're uncomfortable with that, online counseling is a legitimate source of support. There's lots and lots of different ways that you can start to befriend yourself when it's really difficult to do because you have got these situations that are getting in the way. You don't have to go at it alone. So yeah, you can definitely use those things that we explored in that post. But the greatest step sometimes in being your own friend, even when you don't feel like it, you don't feel like you deserve it, or you don't know how, is reaching out to somebody for support. Again, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, saying, hey, I want to move forward. I got some roadblocks, but I'm going to take action. So give yourself permission to seek that support. Start with somebody you know and trust, or go online and look at reputable counseling for young adults. It's available for a reason. You are worth it. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.